As you look at locating branches and locations around the state, the strategy around that, I think, is probably interesting, maybe more interesting today than it was 10 or 20 years ago. I look at some of the locations Lake City has identified, 16 Tech, the River District in Elkhart. What's that? How does that process play out?
It's nice of you to pick on those too, because 16 Tech is a place that we have been partnered with the 16 Tech organization essentially from its founding. It's a new idea organization. We wanted to figure out a path in Indianapolis to connect it into that life science business, which 16 Tech was all about with their original development. We were ready to be an anchor in building two. And at 16 Tech, when that building got going, we financed a big portion of 16 Tech, and when building two didn't happen, we said, "We wanna show up still. Can we go in the amp?" And we opened a 800 square foot office in the amp in what looks like a cargo container, but we manufactured in the original construction looks like it. It's not a high volume branch. It's not a highly active branch, but it's the messaging to the Indianapolis market and all those people that walk through the amp on their way into the 16 Tech building from the parking lot to look and say, "Huh, Lake City Bank's here."
Mhm.
The River District in Elkhart, for those listeners who don't know, is really the rebirth of downtown Elkhart. Because I'm an Elkhart native, I love what we've done in the River District. It's an area of town that was anchored by the Health and Aquatics Center, which the Community Foundation of Elkhart County got behind, and that has been the genesis for a rebirth of downtown Elkhart. We are financing a great deal of what's happening there. It is a classic view of entrepreneurialism and can-do attitude that Elkhart is full of. And really, neither one of those are reflective of why we build branches in other places because in central Indiana, in the Indianapolis market, this Whitestone branch that I spoke about earlier, gotta be there. We will be in Lebanon within a short period of time because we want to get closer to the growth that's going to happen there in population and business. We look south to Johnson County and we need to be better down there. So we're looking at further expansion south of Johnson into Franklin and looking for opportunities there. The I-65 corridor, if you just stop and think about, gee, what was the gap between Northwest Indianapolis and the amazing things going on in Tippecanoe County called
Yeah.
Boone County? And now that gap is going to get closed. And so we're looking for population growth. We're looking for economic expansion. And at the core, we're looking for manufacturing, industrial growth that we can be the lender to people that make something.